Hello everyone and welcome back if you're returning. If this is your first time clicking on one of my videos, hello and welcome, and I really hope you do come back. So if you've just clicked on one of my videos for the first time, hello for starters, but thank you for clicking on the video, but also just trust you've been guided here for a reason. I trust my guides, I trust your guides to lead you here to connect with me in some way if there's a message for you. I'm a twin flame guide. I have been for the last couple of years. I'm a twin soul myself. I'm also a spiritual guide. So you find generally a bit of both on this channel, usually combined with most of my messages. So if you find this channel, just trust it's for a reason. So thank you for stopping by, and thank you to everyone. As always, I say every night, and I'll never stop saying it, thank you all for the love, for the comments, the likes, the shares. Thank you for the super chats. I really appreciate them. And thank you for booking my services. And I really love that I've been working with the same clients the last couple of years. And thank you for trusting me over and over again to work with. So I really appreciate that. So let's get into this message now. I've been feeling overwhelming love today. Overwhelming love. I've been so calm, so still. And the love has been so intense. I've been crying because it's been such an intense loving feeling. And tonight when I always ask what colour shirt will I wear, because the colour I wear is generally the intention for the message. As most people know who watch my channel, colours and frequencies and things like that are a huge part of our divine journey. And once you understand the colours and the frequencies that connect with different guidance, and when you understand the angels come through different portals, because that's to do with a colour and frequency, you'll get where I'm going with this. So I wear the colour of shirt I'm told to wear to help to bring through the message, to help to add more healing to the message. And tonight I was told to get my gold shirt. Okay, so I'm wearing my gold shirt. I asked when I asked which deck to get, I was told my Christ consciousness deck, which tells me we're working with Yeshua, Jesus. Some of you call him Jesus, some of you call him Yeshua. Trust me, I'm not one of these people that go in on people for saying Jesus, because Yeshua still connects with people. He knows people call him Jesus and have called him Jesus. So for hundreds of years. So you might prefer to call him Jesus, you might prefer to call him Yeshua, whatever is easiest for you. But that's who we're working with for this message for the twin flames. And I'm not surprised by that, because I was feeling strongly he was coming through today in my meditation. And it's because there's just such a beautiful frequency running through the Twin Flame Collective right now. And not just the Twin Flame Collective, I feel there's definitely a mass awakening happening all around the world. I said a few nights ago that Archangel Michael has shown me the world with the tiny little pinhead white lights coming online, and I was told it was crown chakras. So there's a mass awakening happening right now. So anyone who's been fighting or trying to run from their intuition, I feel that's not going to happen anymore. But there's definitely this sense of calm coming through. And I feel this really deep love coming through from the masculine energies right now. Many of them have realised their errors, they've realised their mistakes, they've now completely awakened to the journey. And now I think a lot of them are just, it's a case of course correction for many of them, which you've heard me speak about before, where it's like your sat nav, when you go off your journey, your sat nav has to reroute to take you back to your path, to take you back to the road. And that's what a lot of the masculines are going through right now. Course correction, trying to fix the mistakes they made, working with the divine to get back on track. So this is what I'm feeling, this really strong love coming through. It's just a really strong love. And I feel I'm going to pull some charms at the end. I'm excited to get into this message because I just want to find out what the guidance. I'm starting with my Christ consciousness deck, because I feel the Christ consciousness right now in the Twin Flame Collective is stronger than ever. And I just feel this golden light right now. So it's just beautiful. And, you know, I just feel this, many of you, if you're in your meditation and you really want to connect with Jesus, picture yourself in a golden auric field, because it's the same with, you can put yourself in like a white Christ-like bubble as well, both work. but I really feel Yeshua always comes into me in this beautiful golden aura. So, and as does, if anyone connects with Athena, Athena also comes in. She's also a golden ray. She comes in gold energy as well. So, just in case anyone wanted to connect with Athena. So, let's see. Let's bring through this message. I'm excited to get started. I set the intention with this message that anyone who connects with this video, connects with this message, clicks on this video, anyone who truly feels drawn to this message and who feels a strong connection to the title here, I set the intention you feel the unconditional love and healing and blessings that are channeled through this message from the cosmic heart of Venus. And so it is. Calling in our heavenly ancestors, our spirit guides, the archangels of love and light, and the ascended masters of the highest pure divine light. I call you in now for your love, your guidance, your blessings and protection throughout, as I bring forward a message for the Twin Flame Collective. Archangel Michael, can you please surround my children, my dog, my home and myself in a golden bubble of God's protection at all times as I bring forward this message for the Twin Flame Collective. Can I also request, Archangel Michael, that whoever watches this message online, you surround them, their loved ones, their home and pets in a golden bubble of God's protection also. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Archangel Metatron, can you please stabilise the connection between myself and Spirit, ensuring only clear and concise messages can come through for the Twin Flame Collective's highest and greatest good at all times. Thank you, Archangel Metatron. Sending love, light and gratitude, and so it is. Okay. There's a purple energy here. Could be someone's masculine. Because when I start to feel pulsing energy around me, now it's so strange. I'm hearing something about a childhood illness, glandular fever. Now I'm pretty sure that is just a childhood illness, but I mean maybe some adults get it as well. But maybe this is someone that you spoke about this to, or someone had lasting effects of glandular fever or something like that. So strange that came through. My son's upstairs singing. Okay. I'm trying to focus. Okay, the song I was actually hearing coming through. I've got you under my skin. It's hard to sing with my son singing upstairs. I've got you deep in the heart of me. Now I can't remember all the words, but I know there's parts about God, you're so deep in my heart. It's like you're a part of me. Very low for me, that part. It's like you're a part of me. So someone's saying you're so deep in my heart, it's like you're a part of me. And there's the words and there's other words in that song about I'd sacrifice anything just to have you near. So this is someone who's saying I've been fighting it, I'm tired fighting it. At least he's happy. It's nice to have a happy son who's singing at the top of his lungs upstairs. So I've got you under my skin. So that song could be significant for someone. I've got you under my skin. I wish I could remember more the lyrics. I've got you deep in the heart of me. I've got you in my heart. That you're a part of me. Doesn't matter where. I can't go as low as Frank Sinatra, unfortunately, but that's the song that's coming through. Unity, consciousness, and tolerance. Wow. Now this is the Christ Consciousness card, and for that to be the first card out of the Christ Consciousness deck, This is exactly what I've been feeling today. And this is when, during my meditation, when I send healing to the heart of Gaia every morning. And I visualize in my mind all the healing energy moving out and encompassing Gaia, and that's exactly how I envision it. And so there's definitely this beautiful, and I love how the rainbow colours here as well, because there's a lot about you know, the rainbow warriors, the earth guardians, all these light workers. But I feel strongly, yeah, I feel strongly this is Yeshua connecting with his soul family, his soul tribe, for a very important next phase of this unity consciousness, of this Christ consciousness. Tell me a bit more here, please, and thank you. Spiritual practices. So for many of you, this is what's happening right now. The unity consciousness coming in spiritual practices, this tells me that many of you are stepping up into your purpose, taking on your role, having those daily spiritual practices. Now, spiritual practices aren't just for other people, they're for you. It's a routine. It's a spiritual routine that you should always stick to. And I love how someone put in comments under one of my previous videos, and it made me smile because it was just such a nice thing to say. She says she loved my spiritual hygiene for my videos. And that's a really nice thing to say. I never really thought about it like that before, but I appreciate you noticed that, because if you notice, I start my videos with an opening circle. The way I do my Zoom sessions and things, I do an opening circle, put us all in that golden bubble of protection, and then I always close out in prayer, thanking our guides, thanking God and everything for the time we've spent. And that is one of my regular spiritual practices, and it's a good way to connect everyone through that spiritual hygiene as well, because we're ensuring we're all kept safe and well in that golden bubble. So it was really nice that that's the first person that's ever commented on my spiritual hygiene. So thank you so much, lovely person, whoever you are. But yeah, the spiritual practices, it's for everything. It's your purpose, but it's also your regular spiritual practices for yourself. Your cleansing practices, your focusing on making sure you're connecting with nature, you're breathing, you're doing your cleansing, rituals, you have your altars, always make sure they're clean and tidy and the energy flow is moving nicely, things like that. But daily prayer is the most important practice to have. So I feel at this point many of you are kind of stepping up and really focusing on, because when we do our little, whenever we're doing our like Zoom sessions and things, I know you guys always like to, we like to get our altars prepared and stuff like that. So it's always nice to do that, because it's just a nice way to represent your connection to spirit as well. A lovely way to connect with your ancestors, because it's just a very appropriate way to keep things, the flow of the energy goes a lot better, especially when you've got different elements. Like you have a lit candle, and I have pine cones, feathers, different things that connects you. So that's just another good thing to think about for your spiritual practice. Okay, so this is the Ascension card. Freedom. Just be you. Now, we get this so often, not just through me, many channels and readers and channelers and mediums and all the rest of it will tell you the same thing. The freedom is just being yourself. When you are just yourself and no longer hide yourself away, hide your spiritual gifts, hide your spiritual practices, when you start to acknowledge that you have an altar and you have a divine gift, you are a psychic, you are a medium, you have all the clairs, whatever this is, when you can show the world that without living in fear anymore, that is freedom. That is your liberation. And I feel Yeshua is connecting with his soul tribe right now, because he's trying to get them all to come together and energetically, but also to come out of hiding. And many twin flames are part of Yeshua'S soul group. I feel that. So it says gentleness. It says respond softly. So this is saying it's time to give your inner child some real compassion. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't feel, and there's I don't know if anyone watching this feels this way, but a few people have emailed me and said they don't feel that they're doing enough. It's because they feel they're very much stuck in their 3D life, whatever this is. They're in a marriage, or they're in some sort of 3D financial commitment. There's constraints there, and they're awakened, but they feel they're not doing enough for their actual divine purpose or not anything like that. Can I just tell you the fact that you know, the fact that you're aware of that, the fact that you're already saying, I feel like I'm not doing enough, shows that you are doing enough, because you're already thinking about others, you're already thinking about helping others, but shows that you are already being divinely guided. So just don't be so hard on yourselves. I'm just feeling that. Just don't be so hard on yourselves, because, you know, your inner child needs the security and love in order. It's like, you know, when you're coaxing a child, like, as I say, I've worked with children for the majority of my life, and you'd always have one or two that didn't want to get involved, they didn't want to come over to the story corner, they didn't want to eat lunch with other children, they would just cower away in a corner. In fact, I was like that myself when I was younger. I was very, very shy, and you needed to go over and have a different approach to them. You would go over and I would kneel on the floor in front of them and talk to them and ask them what they like to do, and start to be more attentive and more soft and more compassionate towards them. And I used to put myself in their shoes when I'd say, oh, why don't you want to join the other child? And they'd say, because they're mean to me. And I would say, well, I can understand why that would put you off. You know, I'd put myself in their shoes. So I feel this is very much a similar thing. Just put yourself in your inner child's shoes for a moment. You know, put yourself in your inner child's shoes and find out what your inner child needs you to do to give them the confidence. Because your inner child wants to be able to step out and be the authentic, true self. So you have to ask yourself, what does your inner child need, just to coax them to come out of hiding, to coax them out of that little corner where they're hiding away. Because generally it just takes someone to give a bit of extra love and support and just to listen. So definitely spend some time in that inner child healing. So the holy anger, be the change. Now, when that card comes out, that's just saying that a lot of people, you spend a lot of time blaming other things. So you blame other things for you not being able to change your situation. You blame other people, you blame your situation, but really you can be the change. And I know it sounds, people are going, oh, it's okay for you to say that, you know, you're having a good time right now. Yes, I'm having a good time right now, but not always. I have dealt with so much. I can't even, I'm not even going to go into it because I don't even like to revisit the past anymore, but I have dealt with so much. So much. I've dealt with so much trauma. I've dealt with so much heartbreak. I've dealt with so much, you know, chaos in my life. So it's not all been plain sailing for me. And the reason why I feel confident enough to say to you about blaming other things is because I did the exact same. It was never my fault. Oh, you know, I'm you know, my job doesn't pay enough. I'm terrible choice of men. I'm a single parent now. I made all these reasons why my life wasn't getting any better. And then as soon as I went through my awakening, I started realising that I had the power all along to make those changes. All along. So yeah, I'm not saying that I'm not trying to patronise people when I say you're strong enough to make the changes yourself. You know, give yourself some tenderness and love and compassion. Give yourself some patience. Listen to your higher self. But also don't blame other things when you have the power to do it yourself. And look at this. my favourite card. I actually love this card because it's so true. What will love do? And this is just an outpouring of love from that heart chakra. What would love do to change this situation? And I use that analogy for everything in my life now. You know, an enemy is not an enemy if you send them love. And any situation can be turned around when you bring more love into the situation. And love really is the most important thing in the world. It's not money, it's not anything, it's not, you know, nothing like that. Love is the most valuable commodity anyone can possess. You think about it. Someone has millions in the bank. What's the one thing they're still looking for? A partner. They're not happy with millions in the bank. They're looking for someone to love them. People spend all their time looking for love, looking to love someone. They just want love. And it doesn't matter how much money you have in the bank. If you don't have love, you're a poor person anyway. That's the truth. If you don't have love, you're still going to be poor. Because no matter how much money you spend on fancy things, fancy cars, vacations, if you don't have anyone to share that with, you feel like you're living in lack anyway. So what would love do if you brought more love into the situation and just handled everything in your life with a bit more love and care, including yourself? Give yourself some of that. So living from the heart space, soften and open to love. Exactly just what I'm talking about. Be like that lotus flower. And even through the dark times, you still want to shine. You still want to stay open. I mean, as I say, I don't go into my past very often, but there's been so much happened to me that could have created me to never want to trust anyone again, never want to love anyone again. And I kind of did go into that for a moment when I first went through my awakening. But that wasn't me. Because I'm not that way inclined. I am someone, you know, I'm someone, I just cannot, I don't sit well in negative energy. Even as a child, I couldn't. If I got angry at someone, I would just cry because I couldn't handle the feeling of being angry or frustrated. But I almost did go down that when I met my masculine, and I went into my dark night of the soul. I was very close to that. Like, I was, as I say, I was in the darkest point. I just at that point I was thinking, I was very much like this. Thinking, why every time I find happiness, something happens. Every time I try to get that, you know, promotion in work, or every time I try and find the perfect partner, something always happens. Why is it always happening to me? You know, that why me, why me, why me? Angry at the world. And then luckily, I came out of it. I was like this lotus flower. I was plunged into darkness, but I still found the light, and I was desperate to find the light, and I found it. And the resurrection card came out. So exactly, this is definitely a message for you all. When you're plunged into that darkness, reach for the light. Keep your heart open. And I know many of you have already been through this, and I know some of you are going through it. I've had some emails just in the last few days alone, and I feel a lot of you are going through definitely an intense time right now. But I feel you could be going through another dark night of the soul, or another awakening, or you're picking up in your masculine's energies, which could mean that you're picking up in your masculine's dark night of the soul. But just trust, keep focusing on the light. And just as I'm talking about that, the sacred sexuality card comes out. So this is like Kundalini energy. So there's definitely something been activated here. And the rest card, and tending to your own garden. So this is like the mindfulness, taking time to rest. And Mother Mary card come out as well. So definitely a lot of inner child healing. So take time to rest and focus on inner child healing, because I do feel with that resurrection card and the sacred sexuality that for twin flames there's this huge awakening happening here for the masculines. So it's really important, yeah, grace and humility, to stay as much in your divine feminine energy as you can. Just stay grounded, keep your heart open, and just know that this will pass. This dark time will pass. We're going through a really intense shift. In fact, I posted something about it yesterday. A lot of people emailed me yesterday saying they felt it, they were feeling emotional, they were feeling different things, and just know that the shift is for your highest and greatest good. It's something to help you and something to help your masculine to ascend here, to be in this freedom energy. So, but I do definitely feel here like for many of you, this is your Yeshua'S, your Jesus soul group. And I feel like you're here to support his work, support his mission here, and I feel like he's trying to push many of you to really step out of your shadow side here. And when I say step out your shadow side, I mean don't stay in shadow. Yeah. Again, look what jumped out the deck. Inner child and freedom. Your inner child needs freedom. Your inner child needs to be able to ascend and express itself. And I was messaging. I was saying this in last night's message that for many masculines, because their inner child has been so suppressed, but for a lot of divine feminines, that's the case too. You're not allowing your inner child to really have a voice, and therefore it causes all this frustration and anger, because you basically think that nothing's going to change for you. Oh, my life's so bad, and I notice like when people put in the comments they write about all the things their masculine's done and stuff like that. Oh, they ignore me, they've hurt me and stuff like that. And I know you're still in this energy, but it's important that you really let go of all the resentment and anger if you can, because now is a very, very important time for twin flames. Yeah. See? Resurrection. For many twin flames, you're being brought together here because, and there's the grace and humility again, you're being brought back together here because you have a very important role. But this card came out, which is all about stubbornness. Not truly seeing, not truly understanding just how important your connection is with your person. I mean, this is a temptation card, but it's also a stubbornness card, and it's just, I just feel it's just a reminder, like, all those things like resentment, anger, and stuff like that. Yes, they're part of your shadow, and you need to let those emotions out. But when you stay in shadow, when you stay in that resentment and anger kind of energy, you're not allowing your feminine side to ascend. Yeah, gratitude, appreciation and forgiveness. I just feel for many of you, you have to change up your energy with regard to your connection, because it's, as I say, it's an important time here where there can be nobody sitting in resentment and anger. Yeah, see, the door's opened. The door's opened. The open door. The open door. Christ is within you. So this is just saying there's a door opening here, and be grateful for the opportunity. But if you're sitting in too much resentment for the past, then this resurrection energy, this phoenix energy for your connection can come in. Tell me what Yeshua is working with this twin flame collective. Tell me what Jesus wants this twin flame collective to know at this time. Tell me what Yeshua particularly is connecting with the twin flame collective with for this time. So, prayer. It says contemplate and connect. So, and there's And there's Jesus putting his hand out. And this was for Thomas, because Thomas doubted Jesus. He doubted the power of prayer. He doubted everything that Jesus stood for, everything that Yeshua stood for. So I feel like this is Yeshua saying to you, your power of prayer is so important right now. Because you are a light to others. You are meant to step up here. I do feel this, I just feel this very overwhelming feeling like this is Yeshua working with a particular twin flame group here. Yeah, purity, innocence, inner child. Yeah. And look at this card. See the spirit feather here, and this person was keeping themselves blindfolded, ignoring their intuition. So I do feel like Yeshua is trying to get this group of twin flames here to see the truth, to see that you have so much more to do here in this lifetime than what you realise. I think you're part of some sort of you're part of some sort of team of souls here with Yeshua, and I myself have incarnated with Yeshua a number of times, and if you are part of that soul group, it's because you have a very particular mission in this lifetime. So I do feel I'm connecting to anyone who feels they're part of that soul group, or you always feel like you're connected to Yeshua in some way, then this could definitely be for you. Look, can I tell me about the love coming through here from this masculine? I've got you under my skin. Tell me about this masculine energy here. Tell me about this masculine energy. Okay, expectation, ideal, hope, aspirations, longing and patience. So this masculine is saying they know that there is a certain expectation of them, and they know that you're almost, and I love the fact this is going to be Yeshua'S colour tonight as well, they know that you are expecting them to come in a new energy. And I think the masculines, certainly masculine energy I was picking up on with this, I've got you under my skin. This person I feel has purposely, or this masculine energy has purposely held back purely because they wanted to be in the right energy for you. Now, I feel this person could have because I'm picturing someone in a car, like driving off. So this person could have, like, the last time you saw this person, they could have taken off in a car, or they drove away, or this person maybe moved further away from you. They could have, you know, I just feel like someone, like the Chariot, you know, distance. And I feel that could have been one of the blockages. There could have been some distance here, or this person moved too far away from you, or this person definitely felt like they couldn't reverse, they couldn't come back, they just had to keep driving, you know, that kind of metaphoric energy. But I do feel this person has a lot of joy in their heart over this connection. Tell me a bit more here, please. But definitely expectations. But I feel this person, as I say, I feel it's the expectations that have slowed them up as well. So death, endings, destruction, rebirth, and morality. So now we've got the resurrection card. So this is telling me there was expectations on this person, and that's what caused some sort of ending here. But with the ending, I do feel this resurrection is coming, and maybe you just had expectations on this person to offer you more, or this, because this person driving away makes me think this was someone who maybe they were always on the move. They were always on the move. Like, this person, every time you contacted them, they were always somewhere else. They were always, you know, working somewhere, or saying they had to drive somewhere, or had to travel somewhere, or because they've never shown me someone in a car before. So maybe you feel like this person was always moving around, this person was always traveling, this person was never really around for you, or around long enough to, you know, offer you something. So maybe there was just a lot of expectation. So court official, lawyer, disagreement, conflict, and judge. Okay, so maybe this person was just very conflicted in their life, and that's when they met you, they could have been going through something, could have been going through some conflict from a previous marriage, a divorce, something like that. Or this person just feels like they caused a lot of unnecessary conflict within this connection. I'm going to pull some tarot just to clarify some of these things, but let's see. Tell me about the judge card. Tell me about the... Okay. Bedroom. Secret, confidentiality, trust, and private space. So this tells me maybe this person caused some conflict with their bedroom habits. And when I saw this person driving off, maybe you felt this person was juggling you, or going to, or maybe traveling to various, because the sorrow card's at the bottom. Something broke your heart here about this person's bedroom antics, or their bedroom habits. And with seeing the person driving off in the car, this person could definitely have a habit of coming to visit you and then drive away, and you know, you wouldn't see them for ages, that kind of thing. Or as I say, you may feel this person's just driving around to different places, connecting with different people. So his thoughts, ideas, dreams, aspirations, and romance. So I feel this again is just clarifying what I was just thinking there. This person had funny ideas around what romance was. I feel this person wasn't deliberately trying to make you feel used or anything like that. I feel that this was this person's, because this card kind of gives me Don Juan energy, Casanova energy. So possibly this person maybe thought that's what you wanted, just someone who would be passionate with you all the time. But I do feel like it caused heartbreak here for this connection. It caused an ending because of your expectations over this person. So give me another couple from this deck, then I'm going to pull some tarot. So false person, warning, beware, lies. So now the false person could mean there was another person in the mix here, or maybe just this person didn't turn out to be the person you thought they were going to be. And that could definitely have caused an ending as well with that expectations. So rich lord. So this is someone who definitely has money, who's quite affluent. Okay. Now, strong divine feminine energy coming through here. And her thoughts. So maybe you thought this person was... maybe you thought this person had money or was well off. Because the moon is here with enlightenment, divine power, and seeing the truth. And her thoughts and rich lord makes me think, and with the false person makes me think you thought this person was possibly wealthy, or you thought this person had a lot, but there was something this person just wasn't telling you. And it could have been because they were, yeah, the home cards here, stability. Something about this person's stability. Now, they could have been still connected to the living room. This person could still have been connected to a previous relationship that they were going through some sort of divorce with. They could have had some sort of financial connection to. But this person definitely had really strange ideas on what romance meant. I mean, they definitely figured it was more about the passion and stuff like that. But I feel this person didn't have any stability in their life at all. They may have told you that they were financially secure or something, but I believe with the false person and rich lord, this person was not a wealthy person. They had no stability in their life. And with her thoughts and the divine feminine and the moon energy, makes me understand now that you were under some sort of illusion. You thought this person was wealthier, or you thought this person had their act together or their ish together, when actually they didn't. I want to see the energy of what this person's in right now. Weakness, temporary problems, short illness or distress. Definitely been something that's held 41, 41, 5, 5. So that's transformation. Breaks down to a 10, breaks down to a 1. So new beginnings. So this person definitely in the comfort, inner harmony and intimacy. The living room card. So you are the only thing that brought this person comfort, harmony. You're the only person who really soothed their inner child. But this person never told you the truth. I think this person was maybe going through a divorce or something like that when they met you. They weren't financially stable. Yeah, the Sorrow card came out again. Okay. Okay. So the Sorrow card came out, and the marriage card, the love card, and the positive turnarounds here. This person could have still been in a relationship. They could still have been paying for a divorce or going through a divorce or trying to get a divorce from a previous marriage or something. But this is telling me that what was a heartbreak in the past here is coming out positive. There's a positive turnaround coming in here. Tell me what this person's energy is right now and what this, because the love card's here. So this is a really strong, loving connection. But this stability now is coming out when I ask what this person's now in the energy of. Passion, 44. And expectations. So what we started with at the start here. So I feel like this person is going about to meet your expectations now with stability. And look at the gift in the bottom, which is usually a gift of some kind. And divine masculine. And there's that inner child healing on the bottom. So your expectations, this person's about to meet your expectations now, is what I'm feeling. This person definitely kept something hidden from you. This person was not financially stable. They did not have their act together. They could have, as I say, dealing with an ex or something who was taking money from them. Whatever this is, your person was definitely, their idea of romance was certainly not your idea of romance, I feel. And this person may have thought they could just keep things casual with you, so they didn't have to, maybe that's why they left. They didn't stay over or anything like that. They just left, they drove away. There's something about that. This person, you might have just thought your person was always on the move. Maybe this person was actually living in their car for all I know, but there was something coming through about that. Yeah, see, burdened. There's something you don't fully see here. 4 of Wands. There's something you're not fully seeing. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. Tell me about the Ten of Wands. Sun, you're about to get clarity here on this person's burdens. Yeah, that, remember I said to you, the Yeshua card said it's a time to rest and refocus and go through that inner child healing, dark night of the soul. Tell me about the Four of Wands, King of Cups, emotionally vulnerable now, ready to open up. They've gone through an awakening. Tell me about this Four of Wands, courage and Empress. So this person is trying to pluck up the courage here to come back towards their divine partner. Wow, for the Ten of Cups. And there's that Eight of Wands, movement forward, progress forward. Tell me what this person wants to communicate. Three of Wands, I'm ready to step up, I'm ready to take charge. Tell me what this person wants to take charge of. Oops. Well, the High Priestess and the Star on the bottom, and look what's right behind the Star. The Emperor, and right behind the Emperor, Two of Cups. So this person is definitely making moves here of some kind. They're tapped in, they're listening to their intuition, they're listening, is what I feel. And in the past, this connection ended because your person couldn't meet your expectations, because they were dealing with burdens here from some sort of previous connection. And this could be for a lot of the masculines right now. Tell me the energy of this masculine in the 3D right now. What is the energy of this masculine energy in the 3D? What is happening with the... Oh my goodness. The Fool and Ace of Cups. Ready to take a chance on love after a time of healing. This masculine may have wanted to turn their life around. Remember, we got positive turnaround. Turn their life around here and become single and stable. Yeah. And the Six of Wands right behind the Tower. This is a masculine energy here. Sorry, I'll meant to read out the signs. So Scorpio, Leo, strong Leo, Pisces, Aquarius, Aries, Taurus, Libra. Yeah, that's the strongest signs. This person, you had expectations on this person, but I feel they were trying to close out a previous relationship where they were financially tied up. But this person is releasing the burdens of the past to come towards you here. They want to make things right. They want to work through the past. They want to heal things with you. And I just split the deck on the 10 of friggin' Pentacles. Come on. Yeah, I just feel... Or maybe this person's about to get in their car and drive towards you now. After I felt that they were used to drive away in the opposite direction, but now I feel that they're driving towards you. So I'm going to have to... I'm trying to take different charms. I've literally got hundreds of charms in here, and I want to make sure I mix them around so because they change. So, and okay, send me a few charms, and I'm going to get a message of divine love to close out. Okay, I'm going to put them onto my hand because they're a lot easier with my nails. So what have we got? My goodness, the tree of life, as above, so below, heaven on earth. And definitely could be a lot of help coming through from the ancestors. In fact, I love that it's a gold tree as well. And this is a message that I feel is connected to the golden energy of Yeshua. The golden aura of Yeshua. Because we've got a silver tree as well, which is like silver is goddess. So there's definitely gold and silver. Gold and silver could be significant. I love this. The back keeps on coming out. I just really went through. I've only got like one bat charm, and that keeps on coming out. But obviously we're in perfect season for the bats. But also Halloween could be significant, but I just feel bats are transformation. They are rebirth. And we've had many cards here. We had the resurrection card and Christ consciousness deck out 3 times. There's a strong connection here of resurrection and rebirth. So the beautiful big silver heart. So a lot of love here. Ooh, a little dog paw. So somebody could have a dog. Somebody could have a little dog. Again, the starfish likes to come out all the time, and I do really move these around, but look, the starfish here now. Starfish is spiritual awakening. So the ballet shoes, that could be significant for someone, but the ballet shoes just signify like persistence, strength, stamina, not giving up, and keeping someone on their toes for sure. The divine could be keeping someone on their toes. The little fairy sitting on the moon, so strong connection to the fairies. What do we have here? We have a stag, so divine masculine energy with the stag there. So definitely powerful. You could be seeing a lot of stags in your mind eyes and stuff. Flawless, so someone thinks you're flawless. Someone thinks you've got it all. Sorry, that was a little amethyst bead just fell on the table. Another starfish. Starfish really love to come out these days. So I love how they're coming out in gold and silver. The tree and then the starfish. So what do we have here? We have a cat. So that paw could have been a cat paw. Somebody could have a cat or a number of cats. The aeroplane definitely shows travel and distance, but you and your person can be from different parts of the world. Okay, another little amethyst bead. So amethyst could be significant to someone. We have the gold infinity loop, and that just, so this is a very powerful infinite bond of love. And actually, when I say this, I'm getting another tattoo. I'm going with my daughter and one of my best friends again next week, and I'll show you my tattoo once it's finished. But it's going to be part of an infinity loop. Is part of it. It's kind of all the things that are important to me right now, and so I look forward to showing you guys that next week. But that's just made me think of that. So yeah, definitely a strong infinite bond here. I don't know why I wanted to pick this up, but look, again, that's another little gold tree. It just caught my eye and I wanted to see what it was. And it was right beside this. And isn't it lovely that I've just been speaking so much about the Christ consciousness, and the little gold tree and the cross were side by side in my charms. So definitely that golden energy, that golden aura of Yeshua. He comes in a kind of blue energy, but for me he always comes in with this beautiful bright golden aura. And the cutlass, which is always pirate energy, but I love the fact it always makes me just think of cutting away all the old debris from the past. But also someone could just really love that that, you know, pirate movies and things, and Pirates of the Caribbean or something like that. But also the pirate can mean somebody was being a bit sneaky, was being a bit underhand, trying to get what they wanted, trying to have it all. You know, pirates are renowned for trying to get all the loot all to themselves, and they'll use any kind of means they can to get it. So your person could definitely be a wee bit sneaky here in the past with, you know, not telling you the truth that they were not in a good situation. It may have been their pride. They may just have not want to let their pride down to tell you that they weren't in a good place financially, or they weren't in a stable energy. But I feel this person may have told you like, oh yeah, I'm divorced from my person or something like that. But actually I think they were still very much in a situation that they were financially connected to. So I'm going to let whoever's here choose a card, because I like doing it that way now, because I always find it more exciting. So let's see. Let's see. Can we please have a card for the Twin Flame Collective, or for anyone who needs the message? Oh, I've got a little violet colour coming through here. Now, Metatron's always a purpley colour, but I'm definitely feeling this could be, you know, the violet flame dragon coming through. or Saint Germain. Can I get a card, please? Can you choose a card that you want to read for the Twin Flame Collective? Please and thank you. What card? Tell me to stop, please. Whatever card you would like me to read to the Twin Flame Collective. Okay, this one here. And this card is... Ta-da! What does it say? The only thing that is real is love. And it's so strange that the first card out here was a Unity Consciousness card. And look what is here. Up here. The world in exactly the same way, just surrounded by light. And I love all the doves and things on this card. So let's read what this message is to close out. What number is that? And thank you. Card number 7, the number of spiritual awakenings. So there's definitely a lot of masculines waking up right now. But I do feel this masculine, they were just too proud to tell you that they were not free, not financially stable enough to offer you a connection, but I definitely feel not free because they were still entangled in some sort of legal situation possibly that was costing them money. It says the only thing that is real is love. It's time to shift your focus back to love. I'm going to put on my reading glasses for this one, I think. Okay. You may have been conditioned to dwell on past problems. It is important to remember the true reality is love. Choose to take a deep breath now and focus on what is true. Negativity will disappear when you affirm, everything is okay when I choose love. Now, I cannot believe that. I was just saying that message a moment ago about the love, how I love that card, how I love the Christ Consciousness card, and how everything can be turned around if you bring more love into it. And I just love the fact that that's the card they brought through now at the end, just to confirm kind of the message I was bringing through. So this has definitely been a part message from Yeshua, but part message from the masculines as well. But I just feel it's all kind of tying in together. There are many things you can do to shift into a more loving flow. Working, having healthy, encouraging conversations with yourself and others. Squash any negative inner dialogue and notice the positive aspects and people in your life. Be realistic about what's going on. Be realistic about what's going on in your life and surrounding your life also. Yes, only love is real, but there is sadness, depression, doubt, worry and anger there also. This card is about finding that balance in your life. Exactly what I was saying. Oh my goodness. So the challenging times are not overwhelming and you're able to remember that love is the core of everything. The dominant imagery of this card could represent the tree of life. Now, how many trees of life did I had 2. I lifted out the box and then I was drawn to another one. Look at that. The tree of life. Oh my goodness. The tree of life rooted in the earth and extending toward heaven. While you're having a human experience, it can appear that you are alone. Yet in the heavenly realm, we are all one and love will prevail. There are multiple images in the card that symbolize peace, love and support. Find and meditate on something you're optimistic about now. Well, I love when I let them just choose a card because they always pick the right one to close out my messages. I just love it so much. But there's a card. We started out with Unity Consciousness card from Christ Consciousness. And I spoke a lot about love, how love is the greatest commodity we'll ever have, and how it's okay to have our shadow, but don't stay in it for too long, don't stay there. So it's just kind of confirmed everything I was just bringing through. And for the masculine energy I was bringing through here, I just feel this person, they cannot move on from you. They've got you under their skin. This person is now about to meet your expectations. They couldn't meet them in the past because they weren't able to, but I feel they're about to meet your expectations now. So that's what I have for you, my lovely lot. So let's close out. I send you all blessings. God bless you, your home, your family and your pets, and God bless your union to come in with your special person very soon. Dearest everlasting Father, thank you for this time we spent together today, and thank you for all you do for us. As we all move on with our day or night, wherever we are in the world, would you go ahead of us, dwell within us, shine through us, blessing all those who cross our path. God of hope, would you fill us to overflowing today with all joy and peace by the power of your Holy Spirit. In Jesus' name, amen. Take care, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Namaste.